justice, al-adl. Otherwise, we won't hear, won't see, won't be part of those social movement, social justice movement around us, even here in this country. We're not talking about the third world developed countries or underdeveloped countries. Justice is absent. Absolutely. So that's why you find people in conflict. And if we dare to call any one of them the good leader, we should not. We should not. We should not. Are we merciful upon each other in any affairs while things are going on? Yani, is what is going on in Syria would have any elements of justice or mercy? In Iraq, the same. In Yemen, somewhere else, those elements of leadership are missing. That's why you find war everywhere, bloodshedding everywhere. Justice is not there. Mercy is not there. For someone who do have some mistakes, we're not willing to forgive. When it comes to the shura concept or democratic ways of governing and so on and so forth, still has some holes in there. Not a perfect way. So that's why if you look at those 7 principles of leadership, we have to look at them in a very comprehensive way. All of them blend together. Work all of them together. Justice, mercy, the good relationship, the forgiveness, the consultation, and the trust and the absolute trust in God Almighty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why if you'd like to see how things going around us, it is actually that missing of that great and wonderful concept of leadership with those elements there that we need. I was lucky enough in this country when I was pursuing my PhD at the University of Minnesota to win a wonderful and a scholarship there to learn the concept of leadership from Stephen Covey. I'm sure you know him, with his wonderful book of 7 Habits of the Highly Effective People. First things come first, and so on and so on. I was so lucky, so lucky. The university paid for me thousands of dollars in order to learn from him and his son, Sean. I was so lucky, yes. And I learned a lot, no doubt about it. And from Stephen Covey as one of the best people ever teaching that course, and by the way, he taught many presidents of the United States of America with his courses and with his instruction and with his wonderful way of teaching leadership. I learned, I got the courses, I'm certified in both being a leader and being a trainer of leadership. But I said to myself, wait a minute. Let me compare what Stephen Covey and some others, no doubt. Compare what he has been offering to what Islam is offering. To be very honest with you, I found some similarities, no doubt about it. And by the way, for those who do not know, Stephen Covey came from Mormon belief. Okay? Some people do not like that, but that's okay. I found out that many similarities in what he's teaching and training with Islam. And that's why by the end of the course I said, I wanna discuss this matter with him But before I do that, let me give him a gift of appreciation and also a way of discussing things. And I decided upon a book to give to him to read about Islam and Muslim. And it happened for that book to be authored by a wonderful lady who reverted to Islam by the name of Susan Hanif, Principles of the Teaching of Islam and What Should Everyone Know About Islam. I said, Steve and Sean, read this book. You might find something similar in Islam to what you have been teaching. But anyhow, he accepted, the gift, and we had a wonderful discussion. And I pointed out to him specific points there. I said, this point is 100% the teaching of Islam. This one is 90%. This one is 80%. This one is missing. This one you have to add, or you should. I should not say you have to. You should. And it was very, very, very decent, to have this wonderful discussion. But anyhow, I went back to those principles of the leadership in Islam in one verse of the Qur'an, in chapter 3, 159, comparing what has been offered in the market to tell us about the principles of democracy, of leadership. I found it here the best. I found it here the best. Some leaders, but very, very few, tried to apply this recently, and they succeeded. They succeeded. They are still trying, without mentioning any names. They are still struggling, no doubt about it. Either some forces from within never like this approach to be applied there, or some other outside forces not to allow them to have such a thing to be applied there, which is really unfortunate. But anyhow, that's what we have in Islam. That's what we're very, very proud in the teaching of Islam when it comes to that wonderful concept of leadership in Islam. And I hope and pray God Almighty for people to study. It's only one verse of the Qur'an, chapter 3, 159. Try to find out. It might be appealing to them. Not necessarily to believe in Islam in order to apply this, but if I found good product somewhere to benefit from, why not? Why not? It could be one thing to help us overcome what we have been experiencing in conflict, in war, in killing, in bloodshedding, in governing our own people, whom we owe them a lot, and we have to respect them and admire them and work for them, finding the best way ever in order to be the best of the best people ever God Almighty has created us to all mankind. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات يا رب العالمين اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين وعلي بفضلك راية الحق والدين وانصرنا على عدوك وعدونا يا رب العالمين اللهم اشف مرضانا اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا وفك أسرانا وكن لنا ولا تكن علينا ول أمورنا خيارنا ولا تول أمورنا شرارنا اللهم برحمتك عمنا واكفنا شر ما أهمنا وعلى الإيمان الكامل والكتاب والسنة توفنا وأنت راض عنا اغفر اللهم لنا ولآبائنا ولأمهاتنا ولأخواتنا ولإخواننا في الله تعالى أحياء وأمواتا ولكل المسلمين أجمعين. God Almighty, we ask you to forgive all of us and shower all of us with your mercy and grant us paradise in the highest level ever and enhance our brotherhood and sisterhood among us. Make us more united and more in the service of each other by your help, by your power, by your kindness, by your mercy, and by your forgiveness. Allahumma ameen. Wa aqim as-salah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا